question. Steve Gilbert.
Hey, Madison, just kind of how do you assess your outing tonight?
Man, it's not very good. I got to give us a lot better chance than I have been doing.
Zach Buchanan.
What do you think hasn't been as sharp as you've wanted it?
I don't know. I mean, a little bit of everything here and there. It just depends on which game you point at. Nothing has been consistent for me. Hadn't been able to get ahead of guys, put guys away, throwing a lot of pitches, getting behind too much, and it's a recipe for a not very good game like we had tonight, and like I've had the last three.
Nick Pecoro.
Madison, I know your velocity is a little bit up from where it was last year. How do you feel like your stuff compares to where it needs to be?
Probably somewhere in between where it needs to be and where it was last year.
What do you think you can do to get it back to where it needs to be?
I don't know. I'm trying everything that I can think of. We're doing the best we can. It's tough. It's not a very fun game for me right now, and we're trying to do what we can to get things rolling.
Steve Gilbert.
I guess in some ways you just answered what I was going to ask you, but just kind of your level of frustration, because you're somebody that takes a lot of pride in what you do. How frustrating has this stretch been for you?
I wish I had the words to tell you that, or myself, but I don't have them. I don't know what to say. It's extremely frustrating. Is not that don't do it justice.
Zach Buchanan.
Madison, kind of throwing out last season, which was weird for everybody for a million reasons. Have you ever had a stretch like this where kind of the quality of your outings just kind of hard to grasp for you?
Definitely had some. I don't know if result wise they were quite at this level. I don't know. That'd be hard to say. I wouldn't be surprised if I had a stretch like this, but I don't know.
I guess maybe a better way to ask it would be, have you ever felt this frustrated with things?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I'm sure I have. This is, we played a lot of games, and, had a lot of different things happen to me over the years, go through a lot of different experiences. I can't recall on one specific time right now to compare it to, but, just because this is, every one of them's different, but yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. Does the fact that you've felt this way before maybe kind of give you the knowledge that, there's another end to this, that you'll figure it out at some point because you have before?
Yeah, definitely that. And I feel like, I felt like this for a while, but I feel like I'm, just about to kind of cross that mountain and or get to the other side and have a breakthrough. And, so far it hasn't happened, but I don't feel like it's so far off. Certainly it looks that way right now, but I feel like at any time things could start clicking.
Jack Summers.
Madison, early in spring, we had talked a little bit about experimenting a bit more with the trying to introduce a changeup into the game a bit more. And it seems like you decided not to go forward with that. I'm just curious about what the thought process was there.
That's such a tough pitch for me. I've never been able to throw it very good. So I'm going to have to at some point, but it's hard to turn to that pitch when you're struggling, because it's my fourth best pitch and I've never had a very good feel for it. There's been days here and there where I'll throw a few good ones, but I don't know. It's tough to convince myself to throw it when you don't have a lot of confidence in it.
Zach Buchanan,
Madison, I could be wrong on this, but I think you threw your curveball a little more often than you had previous starts today. Was that part of the game plan? Were you kind of really feeling that pitch a little better than you had been?
A little bit of both. It felt like it was pretty good early, and I started using it, especially later on. Started using it a lot. Cutter and curveball for a good bit.
Nick Pecoro,
Madison, it felt like another game where the zone maybe wasn't in your favor. Do you feel like a few calls here and there would maybe change the way some of these starts have felt?
I don't know. It's so hard to say. I don't know. I mean, looking at, obviously there's times where one moment changes a game, but as bad as the last three have been for me, I'd be hard to blame it on that.
all right, everybody, we'll have vote up next.